The long walk is a really simple concept.
So this is Landon. He's going to review The Long Walk, and I'm going to review his review. Going to mention any mistakes that I find. One thing people say is the rules are simple. He didn't say that. He said it's a simple concept, which is true. But the rules are actually complicated, and when people try to explain the rules, they always get it wrong. It's not easy to explain the rules correctly.
About 100 young 13 to 16-year-old boys.
The age range is 13 to 18, actually.
Who walk until they can't no more. And the winner gets basically whatever they want. They get the prize.
So he didn't really say that, he wasn't specific that they get shot and killed. They walk until they walk no more. Maybe he says it later. But he mentions the prize, but he fails to mention the money. A lot of people say, oh, they get the prize, anything they want, but there's also a money award.
It's called. Like, they can have whatever their hearts desire. But you don't just lose the game, you lose your life when you stop walking.
Well, you can stop walking for nearly 2 minutes because each walker has a 2-minute timer, and when you fall below 4 miles per hour in the correct direction, which is the direction of the walk, your timer counts down, and you get warnings at 90, 60, and 30, and then a ticket at 0. You get shot, dead.
You get 3 strikes, 1 strike, 2 strike, and your 3rd strike is your last warning, and if you get struck out at your 4th strike, basically, the 3rd strike is the last warning you get. 4th strike, you get a bullet to the head, and
there is no 4th warning, by the way. It's just 3 warnings and then you're shot.
It's a really great novel because the entire book, you feel a sense of urgency. Like, you want all these boys to make it. You know only one of them's going to make it, but you want all of them to make it. So there's like a certain sense of urgency throughout the entire book, and that's what I really liked about this. I'm pretty sure Stephen King wrote this novel before he even wrote Carrie. Like, I'm pretty sure he wrote this before he published and wrote Carrie.
Actually, The Long Walk was the very first book that Stephen King completed. He had the idea probably age 17 when he was in high school, and then as age 19 as a freshman in college, he from 66 to 67 he completed it. And there was apparently, I've heard him say in an interview, he wrote most of the book in the space of about a week.
It was like his first novel, and he held on to it for a while and published it as Richard Bachman.
He didn't hold on to it. He tried to get it published, and for whatever reason couldn't. And I think because it was a different novel, the one that he first completed, maybe it was too graphic or something, and maybe he toned it down. It was published in '79, so I think the book is set in 1978. I'll have links in the description as to why I don't think it's the near future and why it's an alternate reality 1978. It really is dated, and there is evidence to say, oh, it's 1978. But anyway.
Later on. And it's a really good story.
Oh yeah, so what I was saying was that Carrie was the first book that he published, and this one came out in '79, long after Carrie. And he published it under the pen name Richard Bachman, which it was later discovered that that's Stephen King. I have to wonder, if he wasn't found out, would we know today? Would he admit it, or would he keep this ruse going? He'd probably just keep it going, keep publishing books under Richard Bachman.
Really fast paced. It's one of his shorter novels, and it's really the characters are great. Obviously, you got to keep up with a lot of them. There's like Garrity, Olsen, the other boy Stebbins, a great character, and
yeah, I think I counted. There's like 12 main characters, and there's, as far as the walkers go, I'm not talking about his mother or Jan or his father. The major, the soldiers, those are all characters, but just the walkers, they actually do mention, I think, about 48 of them are either given their name or number, last name, first and last name, and some are mentioned but don't give a name or number.
And yeah, that's the long walk.
All right, that's it. If you like this, please subscribe, and I'll have a link to Landon's video in the description, as well as a link to my webpage, which lists all the mistakes he made. Thank you very much.